Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, March 14th, 2017. Just want to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice, not making any recommendations, always for your further homework. Hi everybody, hope you had a great weekend. It is snowing like crazy where I am. Snowstorm in the Northeast, so I'm happy to be inside and filming this video this morning. Hope you're safe and inside too. So with that, let's get into today's video. We always start off with a look at the Russell Index, and for that we use the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000. And we step back to take a look at it on a 5-year monthly time frame. I like getting that broader perspective. Here are the monthly candles. We talked about this candle for the month of November, pushing us through this light blue area of resistance, now support. Powerful candle pulling us into this area here. So candle so far for the month of March, not looking so good, but we'll see how it gets resolved. February, January, and we were keeping an eye on this little wedge pattern up here on the weekly. You can better see it on the weekly. Today, I'm going to change this wedge pattern a little bit to more reflect where price action is now. So we just want to get that look and remember the candle for March sitting where it is right now. I always like to look at the candle with respect and relation to the one prior. So the one prior was a doji. To me, if the uptrend is going to continue, it would make sense that this starts to turn around where we are right here, right now, to work in context with the prior month's candle and the uptrend to continue. But that's just me. So let's move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 1-year weekly so we can better see. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take away the old wedge. The old wedge was marked by this candle, the anchor candle, and we had this wedge pattern. Price kind of floated out of it. I'm going to change it around and I'm going to do this. Because the reason we pay so much attention to the Russell is because we want to make sure that the market overall is in an uptrend before we put any new charts forward. So we're hoping to get a higher high here, right? So this was the prior wedge and the anchor candle, the drift. And now I'm going to do this new wedge where we want to see if the market's going to go higher, it needs to make a higher high. So we're looking at the weekly candles. It would make sense that when we come into this area of prior congestion and consolidation, the Russell Index would start to turn. So we'll see if that happens. It's a big if. I'm going to now move it into the daily so you can see our new orange line here captures this area. And this attempt in the last couple of days with the Russell, typically these are turnaround candles. We'll see if we get that follow through. Going to be a super interesting week with the Fed having its 2-day Fed meeting starting today and the imminent rate announcement tomorrow. Elections in Dutch elections, lots going on. Brexit, Theresa May, lots to pay attention to. So this is the daily. Because price on the Russell, we use this blue line as our guide, this blue 8-day EMA. Because price on the Russell is trading below the 8-day EMA, you can see it's below. We will not put any fresh charts forward, but I want to cover an old Chart of the Day Cafe pick. Should the market start to turn and lift here, it might be one to pay attention to. So just as a reminder, we like this look. We want to see lift in the Russell and price move up and over the blue line, the 8-day EMA. When it trades below, not interested in putting new charts forward. So not interested here, but perhaps getting close. We'll see. And so should we get some follow through on those turnaround candles on the Russell Index and some lift in the markets overall, here is an old Chart of the Day Cafe pick that I think might be worth taking a look at. It's Magna International. It's a dual listed company, trades in the, it's a Canadian company, but trades on the US and Canadian side. It's got a beautiful value score. You know, at Chart of the Day Cafe, it is all about value. It's got a really nice high value score still. It's got a forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 7% and a current dividend yield of 2.55%. So let's look at the chart. We're looking at the 5-year monthly. First thing you want to notice is overall on the 5-year uptrending. We've got this trend higher, sitting at my orange line of support on the 2-year chart and trading in this little wedge pattern. So let's move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 2-year weekly so we can better see. It was a chart of the day Café featured chart way back here in March of 2015. We're looking at the weekly chart, but it had a beautiful run from there. At Chart of the Day Café, as I always say, when price trades below the blue line, the 8-day EMA, we are no longer interested. So it was moved off of our watch list here, but it's coming back on here because price is looking to lift up and off that 8-day EMA. Again, we're looking at the weekly chart. So 2-year area of support marked by my orange line. Nice consolidation here, trading in this wedge pattern, looking as though it wants to break out. So we'll see if it can. I'm going to move it away from the 2-year weekly to the 6-month daily. There we go. So you can see that wedge pattern, the breakout, and the consolidation over the last, say, week and a half, and the attempt to lift here. So should we get that follow through in the markets overall, this one might be an interesting one to keep an eye on. I will post it in the discussion notes if it does lift higher today. It's one I'll be keeping an eye on for sure. You know what, Chart of the Day Cafe, just to remind everybody, it's all about the 3 and the 8. So the pink line is the 3 EMA, the blue line is the 8-day EMA. When price lifts and the pink line crosses the blue, that's where we're interested. And as long as the pink stays above the blue, we're good. When it trades below, no longer interested on the daily. I know everyone has their own way of doing things, and I'm not suggesting you do it that way. That's just the guide that I use here at Chart of the Day Cafe. So we've got an initial little bit of lift here and a 3 and 8 cross. We'll see if we can get more lift today. It's going to be an interesting week for sure. There's lots going on and lots to pay attention to, but Magna will be front and center on my watch list. As a reminder, I just wanted to say, if you like these videos, please subscribe to our channel by hitting the subscribe button on the homepage of our YouTube channel. And be sure to check out the discussion section. This is really valuable. When I get a 3 and 8 cross on any of our watch list picks, I will post it here in the discussion section at the end of the day. So a lot of them are really, really doing well. Baxter, SMG, which we talked about last week, looks like an emerging 3 and 8 cross chart. Lots of them happening, and I always post them here Monday through Thursday. Really great section to check out. Love to get some dialogue going on the channel, so if there's a chart that you want me to take a look at, if it's dual listed, lob me a little note here and I will be happy to take a look at it for you. With that, have a great day, and we'll put another video out on Thursday.